trying to deal with the throat. But I do appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. Your time is important, and you have a choice. And so I appreciate you spending your choice to spend some time with us. I also want to thank NFI Solutions for the invitation to be with you today. Sean Bourne and his team at NFI do just a tremendous job, and I thoroughly enjoyed working with them. My name's David Morrissey. I'm a regional VP for Columbus Life. I've been in the industry for about 22 years. I started my career as an internal wholesaler in the bank channel with Jefferson Pilot in Greensboro, North Carolina. I was hired last April by Columbus Life to be their regional VP out of Lakeville, Minnesota, far cry from North Carolina, but I love it up here. Columbus Life is a member of the Western and Southern Financial Group, one of the financially strongest groups in the world. Let's see. And there's a little bit of a delay. So what I wanted to do today is just kind of give you a flavor of Columbus Life and go over the strong points. I don't want this is just going to be a high overview of the company. It's a great company. If you think about your companies back in the if you were around back in the 1980s or the 90s, we're that kind of company, that kind of culture. So what I want to do in particular is take a look at the culture, which includes our exceptional financial strength. Our products are really competitive and straightforward, easy to understand for you, and but more importantly, it's easy to understand for your client. And then our compensation and recognition. I talk about Columbus Life to different agencies throughout the Midwest, and I went through the product and the company and all of that, and then we went to the comp part, and he said, "Man, looking at you versus the other carriers, you should kind of lead with comp first." So our target premiums are really high. So they're kind of nice. So let me switch here. Bear with me one second. There's a little bit of a delay. So a little bit about Columbus Life. We've been around for 115 plus years. It was originally founded as Columbus Mutual. In 1982, Columbus Life became part of Western and Southern Financial, and then they moved to Cincinnati in 96. It's a company formed by producers for producers. And that's really a common thread that you see through our heritage and our culture yet today. It's kind of who we are. It makes up who we are, and we take care of our producers, and we think that really is the recipe for our success and our tremendous growth. All right, I'm still with you. All right. So we have a fortress-like strength, really like no other provider of IUL products. We have the highest IUL, the highest Comdex ranking of any of those carriers. We're also a mutual holding company. We're not publicly traded, so we don't have to make decisions based on the performance of our stock market or the whims of our shareholders. We are built for turbulent times. The mutuals tend to carry more capital, which we do, and they take a more conservative a look for a longer performance over a period of time. So our decisions can be, more long-term in nature. So, and honestly, when you're looking at making a 20, 30-year promises or longer to your clients, it's really important to have that company that can stand behind those promises so you don't have to worry when times get tough. Our Comdex ranking that I mentioned is 96. It puts us at the very top of all the carriers in the independent channel providing IUL. So I'm going to take a minute and talk to you about our products. I'm not going to go real deep into the weeds on these. Would love to have additional opportunities to talk to you, and we certainly will. But to kind of give you a flavor of our products. Now, our products we have are, the IUL, universal life, term, and annuities. Our producers tell us that one of the things they appreciate most about Columbus Life products is that we provide a simple, common sense solution to the insurance needs. We offer products, like I mentioned earlier, that are easy for your clients to understand, and as a result, they're easier for you to sell. The guarantees we provide are outlined in clear language and aren't complicated by shadow accounts or complex calculations. clients know when purchasing a Columbus Life policy what they'll be receiving and how it works. It's really part of our culture and how we do business. Over time, we have carefully built up a consistent, competitive portfolio of products that really work with your clients. So we're going to take a look at these today for the amount of time and really just to kind of focus. We're not going to discuss annuities today, so we're really just going to focus on the life products. Now, the first we want to talk about uh, is our IUL suite, and that includes our Index Explorer Plus Universal Life. That's our flagship product. And then we'll switch over to the Indexed Explorer Now, a fairly new, we just came out with it a few months ago. And then I want to touch on our Indexed Explorer SIUL. All right, hold on one second. I've got a little bit of an issue here. Okay, our Index Explorer Plus IUL. And like this, so this is really where the bulk of our sales come from, this and our guaranteed universal life. So we like to design products that are very straightforward. No multipliers, no non-guaranteed bonuses. They're easy indexing methods that you can explain. We have the S&P 500, and we just added the new JP Morgan Balanced Growth Index. Our caps have improved 3 to 4 times over the last 6 months, and as the ability to do so, we look forward to increasing them either even further. So I think the big thing about this is there's just a ton of flexibility in this product. Our newest, let me, I think I must, there we go. Cool. So our newest offering that we rolled out in March is the Indexed Explorer Now. So from our IUL, the feedback we heard from the field was that they like the product, they like the compensation, they like the features, but as with most agents and agencies, the underwriting process to get the product was just taking a little bit too long. So we went back to the drawing board and we said, okay, should we create a rapid issue product or a drop ticket product or keep a more robust offering of an IUL product with full comp? So that's what we did. So what we did was to take our full comp product with most of the riders and figure out a way to issue the business in about 3 to 4 days with limited face amounts and limited underwriting classes. And that's what we call our Indexed Explorer Now. So there's no paramed exam. The agent simply completes part one. And when he or she does that, the client gets an email and they complete part two. We marketed it as it shows here on the presentation of a 3 to 5 business turnaround with no medical requirements. In reality, it's been like 1 to 3 days, probably 2 to 3 days to be honest, to be more careful. But so you can get the product in 2 to 3 days. We had a pilot program that ran for about a year, and it was about somewhere in about a 70% pass through rate. And so we like to think of this as a real alternative to accelerated underwriting. Now, if you have clients that are going to be going for the large cases that are going to be preferred or super preferred, I think you want to use the Index Explorer Plus. But we've seen a lot of folks opt to go with the Index Explorer product with extremely fast underwriting, very easy process, and ultimately getting your commissions paid quicker. Uh, we've seen where they've written a case and everything gets done in a couple of days, they get paid the same commission within a week or within the same week. So we know submission to commission is high on the minds of producers, and that's what we built this product for. It sits in a unique space. Uh, it's the no, uh, let's see, so it's the parameters for it just briefly, and it's not on the screen. It goes up to age 60, and the face amounts up.
Hey, David, your audio is not working at the moment. Looks like you kind of jumped off there. It looks like you said that it's dialed in. Let's see here. So sorry about that, folks. We'll get this situated as soon as possible here. David.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you now. We're back online.
Oh, good. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's talk about the Expedition SIUL. We rolled this product out, I believe it a couple of years ago. It's a second to die legacy survivorship product, which you don't see a lot of those in the market. We've seen a lot of use on this product in the wealth transfer market as well as estate planning. So it offers really the same features as our IUL, uh, and it includes the accelerated death benefit for the surviving insured. Typically a spouse, but a spouse doesn't have to be a spouse for this product. And as it shows on here, you can have one of the insureds as uninsurable, but we will just underwrite the healthier client. All right, now switching over to our UL term and living benefits. First looking at Here we go. First, looking at the Voyager, I think that's coming up now, the GUL. Okay, cool. This product sometimes gets overlooked due to really the simplicity of the product. But if you have folks that are in the protection space and not overly concerned about cash value, this product has a competitive price. Also, it has a no lapse guarantee option of lifetime and the ability to run the guarantee to age 90 or 95, really depending on life expectancy. It'll save you about 8 to 10% on the premium if you run it to age 90. And all our products include the accelerated death benefit. Nautical term, you've got 10, 15, 20, 30-year periods, contractually convertible, which is so it's convertible to any product in our portfolio, and that's contractual. Robust products like the robust benefits, meaning like the chronic illness rider and the ability to convert to convert the product. So we see a lot of play on our term. Now, one of the things that draws advisors to Columbus Life is not a product at all. It's a rider on a product. The rider is called the Accelerated Death Benefit Rider, and it's attached to our permanent insurance policies. Simply, it's simply this. It advances the death benefit while you're alive if you have a triggering condition. There's no cost to have this rider on the policy. It's what we like to call our 5-point play. You got on our products, you have the death benefit and accumulation value, but you also have the accelerated benefits with the chronic illness, the medical specified medical condition, and terminal illness. Taking a little deeper look, so it's a very easy formula to explain. There's no underwriting at the time of claim, which is really important, and you have a residual death benefit. Now, taking you through the parameters, I don't think I have it in this deck, and I do apologize. So for the chronic illness, you can get a lump sum, 250,000 or 40% of the amount net at risk. It's not an indemnity product, so it's really based on the client's medical condition. Once they qualify for the condition, once they have the condition, you don't have to show receipts for what you've paid for. So you can take that money and use it for whatever you like. Trip of a lifetime. If you want to put a swimming pool in the backyard so that the kids come and visit the grandmother, you can certainly do that. Or just improve the quality of life while they're dealing with that chronic illness. Uh, it also covers terminal illness, which is a lump sum of 250,000 or 60% net amount at risk, and a specified medical condition, which is 25,000 or 10% amount net at risk. We've got time, so let's talk about our underwriting. And what I would love to do is have an underwriter on the call next time, so you can actually talk to an underwriter. But some of the things that are strong about our underwriting is you have the ability to talk to them. So if you need to, you can certainly dial them up. We have a table shave program, which will shave 3 tables to standard uh, on our products, and we use age last birthday, so it's not age nearest, and that comes in quite handy. Occasional cigar use, you can get best preferred rates, and treated blood pressure and cholesterol, you can qualify for best class on permanent plans. Now, if you have questions, feel free to type them in. If you have a lot of underwriting questions, I might take those back to an underwriter to have them answer for us. Uh, but we will certainly get you the answers. Now, I mentioned compensation earlier. Our our We have higher targets than a lot of our competitors, most of our competitors, which is really nice. If you benchmark and ours look if you benchmark them, ours look very good. We have unlimited rolling targets. So if you have a target of say 10,000, but the premium is $250 or less than that. If you don't hit that level in the first year, it's unlimited rolling targets. So you could get first year commission in years not only one, but two, three, maybe four. We do have 12-year renewals and excess commission. And then something we also have lifetime cash value trails. Now, on our IUL products, you'll get trail commission. Now, these are not huge amounts, but they add up and they can be quite substantial in groups. Instead of us taking the cash value trails and putting them back into the carrier, back into Columbus Life, we give them to you, the producer. So why Columbus Life? Exceptional financial strength and really our culture. We're that company that, again, formed by producers for producers. So the people that we're focused on are the producers and your clients. Our products are very competitive and straightforward, and our compensation is really strong. What makes my job so easy is our internal team and our advanced markets. Now, the cool thing about Columbus Life is that we're in Cincinnati. So, other than the 12 regional wholesalers that are out in the field, everybody is in the home office. And what does that mean to you? Well, that means if I need help, I can call Jennifer Bunning, my internal extraordinaire. She's the one you can't see my cursor, but she's on the far right on the sales desk. She's amazing. So if I need help with something, Jennifer can walk down and talk to an underwriter, or she can walk over and talk to somebody in advanced sales, or she can even go and talk to my boss, her boss's boss, or the president and CEO of the company. It's a very level designed company. So everybody is right there. It's not like you're calling Concord, New Hampshire to talk to somebody in Fort Wayne or in Greensboro or Atlanta. It's everybody is right there, so you can get. It gives us a lot of flexibility, and we get the answers to you quicker. And our advanced markets team is a great team. They travel with me quite often, visiting agencies and producers. So that's it. If you had seen us, if you had seen behind the scenes, the unedited version of this whole presentation, Selena walked me off of a lot of challenges that we had, uh, and so Selena, thank you so much, and Catherine, thank you so much from NFI for all your help. If you have any questions, we will certainly take them. Uh,
Okay, it looks like we got a couple of questions here that popped into the chat. All right, and it looks like, what other types of riders does Columbus offer?
We offer, I mean, that's a good question. So we have, your typical riders that you're going to have on the policies, the other insured rider, the children's term. We have pretty much everything that you would see with other carriers, the supplemental coverage rider, disability coverage rider, enhanced cash value rider. What I would do is, feel free to, on the slide previously, here we go. on the internal team. So when you call the internal sales desk at this 800-677-9696 option 4, based on the way we have the phone set up, you'll automatically go to Jennifer if she's available. But if not, you'll go to somebody else on the team, and they're not too far from each other. So they're right on the same floor within the same sort of area. So, certainly they would be able to help you with that. But if you have a particular product, I'll be glad to send. And actually, as a follow up, I will send our products overview, which includes a brief description as well as all the riders, benefits, charges, things like that. So good question.
Right, and we do have a couple more questions here for you, David.
All
And
right.
next one is, are loans let me read this. Yep. Are loans participating, and what is the current loan interest rate?
Uh, Jennifer, if you're there, I would love your help on this one. So the interest rate, the current, I believe, is five. As far as participating, it's 5%. So we have standard loans, and then we have participating index loans. Uh, so the current is 5%. It's guaranteed to get no more than 6%. So, and that's the big thing that we stress with Columbus Life. Because if you're looking at IUL and you're trying to compare one carrier A's IUL with carrier B's IUL, the illustrations can be vastly different. And we always like to stress, is your client buying the illustration, or are they buying the policy? And of course, they're buying the policy, but what are they relying on? They're relying on the illustrations. So we're very mindful of letting you know what our guaranteed, the highest our the highest our charges can be. And I think if you look at them versus our competitors, they're far lower. So it's something that we stress. But you can either do, like I said, participating, or more of a sort of a wash type loan.
Yeah. And David, if there's some, I know that we've been having a little bit of technical issues with the audio, but I am taking note of these questions that you can't fully answer, so I can send those over to you, and we can get these questions answered for these folks. All right, and then we have a few more questions that have popped up.
Okay.
Next one is, if we submit a IUL now and it is determined a client requires underwriting, do we resubmit for an Explorer product, or is there some sort of transition to another product?
No, that's a good point. So if you have somebody who sends in the IUL now, and for whatever reason they're below table D, so table E and higher, uh, then it'll automatically get moved over to the Index Explorer Plus. So there's no additional application that you need to send in. It gets done automatically. So it's nice. We try to keep it as seamless as possible. Uh, so yeah, so that's a really nice feature. That's a great question. Thank you. Uh,
Hmm. All right. And I believe this question might be better suited for Jennifer. But what percentage is the trail commission, and how often is it paid? I can definitely take note of that question, and we can get that answered if you aren't able to, David.
well, I don't know if aren't able to. I'll let Jennifer have a shot at it. How about that?
Okay. And Jennifer, you should have the capability to go into the chat, and this question is in the Q&A. But other than that, I will give folks a couple more minutes here to type up any last-minute questions that they may have.
On our website, we've done a Beyond the Illustration whole series, and it looks at everything you're talking about as far as charges, and looking, the loads, and what a difference it can be. Again, say a carrier who doesn't have the financial strength of Columbus Life, and times get a little bit tough, and they need to pull the lever, exactly what that can do to your policy. Uh, Fortunately, we have a tremendous amount of financial strength behind us, with Columbus Life and Western and Southern. So we're able to weather the storm. One other thing I would like to mention, which has kind of come in the news, our benefits, our rates are linked on our IUL. So what that means is the person who buys your IUL product today or bought it 5 years ago, they have the same caps as that you have on our new product that we're selling today. So those rates are linked. It's not like you buy a product and it has good rates for a couple of years and then they're de-linked and they get a much lower cap on the in-force business, but the newer products have the higher cap. Ours are linked, so they're getting the same 9.75 as our current cap. They're getting the same cap on both of the products, and that's really important.
All right. And we do have, looks like two more pet questions popped in while you
Yeah.
were speaking there, David. Next one is, any products have flexible premium?
Yeah, so the GUL kind of the premium's the premium, and you need to pay that. But as far as flexible premiums, the IUL is a flexible product. You've just got a tremendous amount of flexibility to where if you need to dial down the amount of premium that you're going to pay, and we can certainly run an in-force illustration to show you what it'll look like. But that's kind of the flexible premium that IUL gives you that you really don't have on term or GUL. So yeah, you're able to do that with our IUL.
All right. And then, does the chronic illness benefit come from the death benefit, or is it separate?
It's an acceleration of the death benefit. Uh, so let me, and I don't have it. I will include something. One of the handouts you're going to get is going to show you kind of examples and examples of Susan, I think, and certain situations she has. But no, it comes from the death benefit. So ours is we use the lean method and not the discounted death benefit method where it gets underwritten at the time of claim or anything like that. So the nice thing about our illustrations too, if you haven't taken a look at them, we've really highlighted the accelerated benefit rider. So say you're 35 years old and you're buying an IUL, it'll show you it'll show you every year based on, the premiums coming in, what the benefits are going to be. And so it'll give you snapshots every 5 years, or you can look at it every year. So you have a better idea. Because I would like to know if I was 35, okay, if I'm 55, and gosh, when you're 35, 55 seems so old and so far away, but it'll be here, before you know it. But what benefits are available? And our illustrations are really a great tool to give your client that information.
All right. And it looks like I don't see any more questions popping up. So I think this is a safe place to conclude the webinar. I thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. Please feel free to reach out to NFI Solutions with any questions or concerns that you may have with Columbus Life. Our contact information, of course, is posted on the chat, marketing at nfisolutions.com, or you can call 952-887-1239. And thank you so much for your time, David and Jennifer, for your time today. I know that you are just as busy, but we look forward to working with you and getting you on the path to no stress success with Columbus Life. Thank you so much.
Thanks, y'all.
All right.